12th class board exams in India were cancelled this week. I don't think online education is providing what it should to the students. I don't think the kind of lack of social skills that students are developing, the non-congregation or the non-assimilation with similar people that they are facing, I think it's a huge problem and something that needs to be tackled in a very urgent manner. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Truth Shots with Kapil. Today we are going to talk about education. Specifically education in this arena of what is going on right now. As most of you would know, 12th class board exams in India were cancelled this week. And it's a huge question. First of all, I want to spend time talking about what does these board exams really mean. Well, these board exams are not a school graduation exams where you take the exam and you determine whether you will go to the next level or not. In a lot of ways, these exams in India are what determine the future of the student. Where do you go next? What do you study? Which college do you go to, or which college would not accept you? All of this is determined basis the 12th class board exams. Most kids, specifically the ones looking for technical education, medical education, or looking for any professional education, they spend years doing preparation for these 12th class board exams and the competitive exams that follow with that. JEE, NEET, and various other similar ones. The fact that they have been cancelled puts a huge question mark on the career of these students. Please note, a lot of these students in 12th class, specifically the ones looking at pursuing professional education, may not have gone to their schools much in the 11th and 12th class. So the teachers may not know them well. They may not have a great rapport there. They may be considered as, sideways students who are not appearing, not coming in, not taking school exams seriously, and are struggling there. And these students who have spent the last 2 years taking education from variety of different places, from Allens to Vidya Mandir to Akash Education and all, to Kota, they are all going to struggle now. It's a problem. I don't think the solution that has been put together really caters to the right solution for it. I think there is more that should be done. Yeah, I'm okay with saying internal assessment should become a part of it. But can we also take an entrance exam for a variety of different places? Can we do the JEEs and the NEETs and all, maybe do them remotely, take some percentage of that as well, basically do a little more amalgamation so that corresponds more to the students appropriately? Well, that is one part. I leave that up to you to decide what is the right answer. But I think there is a little more desire to be done in that area. I don't necessarily oppose cancelling of the exams or ensuring students don't congregate in one place in the fear of corona. I think I understand why the government would do that. Now the second question that I want to ask is this question of vaccine for the ages of 18 to 44. While I understand why the government would put 18 years as the limit, that is considered as adults in our country and in a lot of countries across the globe, my problem is I think this figure, how do you get vaccinated or not, should be done more on the basis of the status of where the student is in their life or where the kid is in their life. Specifically in countries like India where the literacy rates are so high, and 17, 18 is the age when students graduate from 12th class and they start going to college. I would have really appreciated more if instead of saying 18 years of age, the government had put in age as students who are graduating out of 12th class, so are ready to begin college. I think that would have given a huge boost to how the entire dynamics of students or the congregation of people work in this country. So everybody who is going to college, starting in August, can actually go get vaccinated right now, irrespective of the fact that they may be 17 or 17.2 or 17.5 or in some cases maybe even 18. But these are the students, they get into a group which is all assimilated together and they are all vaccinated or they all have taken care of something, and then things could move forward from there. Now, the other aspect that I want to talk about in this, and we have discussed it briefly in previous episodes of Truth Shots with Kapil as well, is this entire concept of online education. For the life of me, I struggle with this. I don't think online education is providing what it should to the students. I don't think the kind of lack of social skills that students are developing, the non-congregation or the non-assimilation with similar people that they are facing, I think it's a huge problem and something that need to be tackled in a very urgent manner. So I was recently talking to somebody very senior in the Indian education industry and he said, Kapil, अगर ऐसे ही चलता रहा तो कुछ सालों में हमारे पास में disjointed kids होंगे because of the fact that they are doing online education, and which essentially means they are not really able to grasp or are able to learn much. We will have kids that may not really truly be employable, may not truly be able to hold on to a job as they go on. I think it's a huge problem. And we all collectively as a society need to work through it. I'm right now not even talking about the mental stress and the disorders and the depression and the anxieties and everything else that these students may face as they go on. Once again, I think there is more specifically in terms of kids, specifically in terms of learning and education, and specifically in terms of mental stress that need to be looked upon. And it is upon us as the owners of this society or as the thinkers and the intellects of this society that need to decide the answer. With that, we come to the end of this episode of Truth Shots with Kapil. Please keep coming back, comment, let's discuss, and have a nice day.